Hello, my lovelies, Myrtle here, and today we're going to be playing a short walking simulator called Cloud Climber. It was made by Two Star Games. It's essentially the world is nearing its end, and these are the last days of humanity. So let's go ahead and hop on in and see what happened.
Another day has arrived. I'd best get my water before going to work.
Okay, so E is my inventory. Okay, stand diary 1489. I may need to get to the neighboring tower in the future, but I know the other builders keep the entrance to the bridge locked. I saw a key on the table at the top of our tower a few weeks ago before I went to get more building supplies. I haven't been up there in a few days, so I'll need to check if it unlocks the bridge door. If the other towers ever became vacant, I might need to get across, so I'll have to keep this in mind. Okay. I'm going to assume that the key is for this chest. Alright, we have a bucket of water. I really like this art style. I like the drawn 3D world. Okay, can't open that door. Yes. Alright.
Construction on the last tower stopped weeks ago. I can only assume that the builders have met their fate by now. I believe it's safe enough for me to go and continue building higher yet from where they left off. I'll need to travel across the other two towers to get there, but I'm sure I can find a way.
It is incredibly hazy outside. Like, incredibly hazy. I can't, there's some kind of motes. I don't know if they're dust motes. I would assume dust by the coloring. But yeah, like, why are we building up? That's my first question. Also, apparently we cannot go back down. We must only go up. Alright, let's see if there's anything lurking around the back of the tower here. There is not. So, up we go. Alright, so they're carrying things up with buckets. I like that rope texture a lot. I don't know why, I just do. Oh, look at it dangling. Physics. There are no doors here. Bernie, the Great and Terrible, Diary 69. Nice. For months we have been building faster than ever, yet it seems as if every time we complete a new level, the clouds rise higher and higher. I could have sworn we were close to them decades ago, but we're still not done yet. I could only hope that we're getting close. Signed, Bernie, the Great and Terrible. Well, somebody is full of themselves. Alright, so we're trying to get to the clouds. Why are we trying to get to the clouds? That's the question. What would be in the clouds that we would need? I guess maybe moisture? And now I'm trying really hard not to make some kind of Dune reference, and I'm just... Okay, that one, both doors open. Alright. Joey Diary 420. 69. Oh, by 420. I've been building all day long, and Bernie, the Great and Terrible, has been sitting on his butt acting as foreman. In other words, he doesn't do any work and drinks all our water. I've started locking my water chest just in case he really does think he's above us all. Bernie got a little too big for his britches there. Okay. So, there are a lot of towers. I'm gonna sound in the really narrow, which means probably low on supplies, because I don't even, because I mean, we are really high up. We can't even see the ground. I mean, this is just me, but wouldn't it, because there's like their towers like all the way freaking out there, wouldn't it just be easier if everybody worked together and built one giant ass tower? I mean, you know, I didn't work out so much for the Tower of Babel, but I think we can pull it off. Because, I mean, just resource-wise, especially with stuff getting thin, it'd be easier just to schlep everything in one tower. And okay, so that's the bridge across, so I can't get that door open. I need a key, which they said is up. That would be the key. Oh my god, I love this saw. It's so... and like that hammer. These are really nice models. I really like these. And this just... this little pop of color here, man. Oh, it's just aesthetically pleasing. Also, I'm trying to see if there's more notes. So I figure before we go running around. Nope, I cannot climb ladders. Only stairs. So this is the top of our tower. Which we're not as tall as that one, which looks like it's the highest where we are. That's adorable. Edna Diary 36. I can't believe today is the 100th anniversary of our tower. I know others have been building much longer, and now I wish our grandparents had taken this whole thing more seriously. 100 years ago, they decided things were getting dangerous, but why didn't they see the problem 200 years ago, or even longer? I'm still glad they started building. I just wish we had seen this coming. Okay. So apparently we are incredibly high up if they have been building for 100 years. That means that there were people just born and lived their entire lives on these towers. That's, I mean, it's impressive. I mean, of course, you know, that again, if we, you know...
It's been quite some time since I was on the second tower. I haven't crossed this bridge since the builders became greedy and took the supplies that were meant to come to our tower. Just like all the other towers, its inhabitants quickly grew desperate and aggressive. Now it stands empty.
Alright, so if they've been up here doing it for centuries, I mean, depending on budgeted supplies, I mean, people are probably facing hunger, thirst, just the sheer dread of not being able to provide for themselves or their, I guess, tower. I'm gonna assume every tower has probably been a family or families. Ooh. Wow. Oh boy, I hope we don't have to take that, because that, I just feel like is gonna just drop and kill me. Kyle, Diary 45. I guess I knew this day would come, but I didn't expect it to come this soon. Yesterday, we started extreme rationing of our water. A few days back, we stopped getting supplies from the ground crew on our lift. We can only assume that they've stolen the supplies for themselves, ran out of water and food sources, or simply died. If we don't get into the clouds soon, we might need to see if we can get some from one of the neighboring towers. Okay. Water, apparently, seems to be a bigger issue than food. Holy crap, that is a terrible, like, shadow that we are stretching across the land there. So, they're ground crews. So every tower has a ground crew, but I mean, the time it would have to take to get everything up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know what the ground looks like. Like, is the world just like a giant ball of dust now? I can't interact with that chest. Oh, another note. Bertha, diary 9,825. Ooh, she lived a really old age. Dear Diary, wouldn't it be ironic if it rained now, after decades of building? Now would be the perfect time, since we've just started rationing our supplies more. But I have a good feeling about things. I know I've never seen rain myself, but Grandmother always told me how wonderful it felt. It would be so surreal to be on the ground and see water for miles instead of desert and wasteland. I'm sure it would rain someday. We just need to survive until then. Well, that just answered my question. So the world is a dried up ball of dust and there's been no water for decades, maybe even a century. And they're all just waiting, they were all waiting on the rain. Oh, this is really, really sad.
They installed a rope cart on this level to get to the third tower. I should be able to use it to get across.
Oh, I was afraid of this. Alright, well, I'm sure I need to get a part or something. Okay, apparently don't. But let's just go up to make sure we don't miss any notes. Again, I love these textures. The really sketchy quality to it is really nice. It's just really weird, like standing up here and like just thinking about like everybody on this tower is dead, and this is how tall that they were able to get it. These are all just like giant monuments to where everybody's lives left off. I mean, for all we know, we could be the last person left alive, or there could be somebody, one other person on that tower there, or, you know, that tower all the way in the distance. Or it could just be us. We don't know. I think since this is a walking simulator, I should be fine, but I am still nervous.
I could almost call this place beautiful if these dust storms weren't so suffocating. I hope I find what I'm looking for at the fourth tower.
Just wow. I'm gonna apologize ahead if I mispronounce this. Hadang Diary 1. I couldn't be more frustrated right now. We're running out of water, running out of building supplies, and Carl just won't get along with me. At least 5 times a day, he pretends he's going to push me off the tower. I swear, if I do fall someday, it'll be his fault. I don't think that's a funny joke there, Carl. Pretending to push somebody when you're this high off the ground in this kind of narrow quarters is not remotely funny, and that's just cruel. I mean, even if like Carl didn't push him, just the like you startle somebody the wrong way and they could just go over and that's the end of them. Ugh. Carl's an ass. Joey Diary 556. Yesterday, Hadang fell off the tower. I don't know what happened, but it was a shame, especially since he had the key to most of our water chests. We'll need to break the locked ones open soon, since we have almost emptied our other chests. Did Carl really kill that guy? Carl really is a dick, and just, I mean, I understand that the extreme rationing and people becoming desperate, but, like, even, like, doing that as a joke to start off with was not funny, but then, like, to murder somebody, and then, like, it turns out, oh, wait, this dude I totally murdered, either accidentally or on purpose, had all the keys to our water. So now we're kind of in hot water, metaphorically speaking. Oh look, Carl, Diary 57. I just can't get over it. Hadang gives the absolute best reactions when I mess with him. For the past week I've been pretending to get mad and shove my arms at him as if I push him off the tower. I don't think this will ever get old. I can tell that Hadang really loves it. Well, apparently he didn't, and you startled him so bad he fell to his death. And judging by the fact that this is 57, either Carl doesn't write very often, or Carl was a young man and was being a dick. Because, you know, either he's a young adult or a teenager and just thought, oh, this is funny. I hope you're laughing. Somebody died, and then you guys all died of thirst. I hope it was worth it, Carl. Well, we are, making our way to the last tower. There's been a, oh, well, I can't cross that bridge. Oh, I guess I should click on the glowing stack of wood. We have our bucket of water and our planks. And we're going to the last tower as the possible last person in all of humanity. Also, I don't see any animals, so we may just be possibly the
Looks
last.
like I'll need to fix this bridge.
I figured that out, but thank you for letting me know that. Oh, this is cool. I like this.
It's hard to believe that I'm the last one here. I never thought it would end like this. Makes you wonder what the whole point was in the first place.
It does. We're all just fragile beings. Which is why we should stick together. A note of ambition. Okay. Out of everyone on this earth, our families were the only ones who took the water crisis seriously. We were the ones who started building. We were mocked and told we were insane. We were the ones who everyone looked to when the lakes and rivers dried up. Our blueprints were the ones that were stolen as people became desperate. Out of everyone on this earth, we are the ones who deserve to survive. The clouds are brimming with liquid life, but are still so evasive. We've been building for a long time, but we're not done yet. We have further to go. We will climb the clouds. The son of Zilchar. That has a very political feel to it. So apparently this tower we're on is allegedly the tower of the first building family. Dewey Diary 490. This evening Kevin made a really cheesy speech about how we alone will prevail and how we're the only descendants of the great ones who deserve life. It was honestly the cringiest speech I've ever heard, and that's really saying a lot considering the other stuff he's been saying lately. He also keeps referring to himself in the third person, and only responds to us if we call him Son of Zilchar. Okay, so Kevin went mad. Good to know. Okay, this door I cannot interact with. We've already established we cannot climb ladders. I don't know why for a second I thought that was a cell phone. I was gonna be thrown of how that just didn't mesh with anything. Apparently I've been struck with the madness. But as my sister says, you can't go somewhere you already are. Alright. Oh, I can take this saw? Heck yeah, I'm gonna take that saw. And a hammer? Oh, heck yeah. We're gonna build stuff. Oh my god. Ah, that's so cool. Look, I'm easily impressed and I don't care. But this is, I just, oh. We are going to build them in order. And then I'm going to accidentally put one out of order and hate myself. Okay. Did we finish building all the wood?
This place really is beautiful, even with the dust storms. It's peaceful in a way. I've been working on that tower my whole life and never once stopped to appreciate what we'd spent our lives building. We only looked up to the clouds, hoping we'd someday reach them so we could prolong our lives. But now that everyone's gone, I know any attempt I might make at accomplishing that would be futile. Rather than spending the rest of my life building a tower, maybe it's time I took a break. It's been a long time, but I think I'm finally done.
Oh my gosh, after all that time, one person left. One person left and it starts raining. Alright, so that was Cloud Climber. It's very beautiful. The music is good. I like the voice acting. It's short. It doesn't overstay its welcome for a walking sim. It's just got this atmosphere that's somber and majestic all at like the same time. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. It's free to play, so if you want to check it out and enjoy it without all my commentary, again, I recommend just give it a whirl. There's, as you can see, playing on the bottom here, the creator made another game called My Beautiful Paper Smile. It looks very creepy and disturbing, but also has that really cool sketchy art style that they had for this game. Maybe in the future we'll check that out. But I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.